Right, hi, and welcome to Green Diamond Boxing YouTube channel. So today we're going to be discussing the Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight that's happening on Friday, the 11th of July. This is the third time they'll be meeting in the ring. So let's get started. Shaun, do you want to just give a bit of an intro to yourself as well?
Oh, hello everyone. My name is Shaun Buchanan. I run a small channel called Equal Start where we talk about issues in terms of social justice. But recently we done an interview with Dan Morley, a professional boxer, about men's
Mhm.
mental health. So I've been trying to connect with other podcasters like yourself to talk about things that I enjoy in terms of hobby. And boxing and football is and tennis are key things that I want to get involved in. So I come on today to speak to you and see how we
Great.
get along.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. So let's get started then. So this is the third time they'll be meeting in the ring. What did you think about the first fight? Let's start from the beginning.
The first fight, I have to say, that is the best female bout that I've seen ever. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can believe the level, the quality.
Yeah.
Serrano coming out the gate, firing, aggressive. She nearly stopped Taylor in the first couple rounds. So I said, my goodness, I never knew she was that heavy-handed. And then as the tight fight wore on, she started to slip and counter Katie, and I didn't realize that she was so durable. So I said that is that's a tremendous advocate for female boxing. And going forward, I said, yeah, I must. I'm going to be watching. The third one is the night after my birthday. So I said, yeah, I've got to keep up with it because the trilogy, if for her to lose so controversially, the split decision, I had
Yeah.
Serrano winning by at least two
Right.
rounds. So
Right.
I
And the
don't know
second
how
one,
the
and the
judges.
second one, yeah?
Now the second one, I had Taylor. To be fair, I had Taylor
Oh,
by
okay. That's
three
interesting.
rounds
Because I
because
feel
you
like
see
people were
Serrano.
talking more about Taylor winning the first, but sort of Amanda Serrano winning the second one. But you've got it the other way around.
Yeah, Serrano
Okay.
definitely the first because she
Right.
hit she connected with more power punches.
Mm-hmm.
She stunned Katie twice, and a lot of the shots that she hit her with, they're light punches, like like the lead hand jabs,
Yeah.
ducking, covering up, holding, clinching. So I said, yeah, that was good to try and survive, but
Mm-hmm.
overall, Serrano should have won. That was controversial to me. And to be fair, a
Okay.
lot of the fight fans afterwards, what I've noticed when I was watching,
Yeah.
they're kind of agreed, and the former professional fighters.
Really?
So yeah, definitely. But the second one, no, I think Katie Taylor definitely won. She changed tact a bit. She came out more on the front foot,
Mm-hmm.
and she was doing a lot more pivoting, giving her angles to make sure that
Right.
Serrano could set her feet to hit her with the lead hand, well not the lead hand, with the backhand, with the
Mm-hmm.
power shots. So she's a good adjustment. And then when she did get into trouble, she made sure she covered up and tied her up until she recovered, and then started to hit her with a slick counter punching. And I
Right.
think Serrano, because of that, she ran out of steam. And Katie started to invest more to the body as well. Because, like they
Mm.
say, when you hit the body, it's like a stain that doesn't wash out. So
There you
eventually,
go.
you're rapid and someone that's aggressive will slow you down, and then it becomes easier for you to hit and
Yeah.
move. So in the early rounds, Serrano, because she's so fresh and aggressive, it's very hard to keep after you. So you
Mm-hmm.
got to make sure that she doesn't wear you down, invest to the body, and eventually she won't be so rapid, so fast in the exchanges.
Yeah.
So this is what a lot of people like, like every day, people won't recognize. They think, oh, it's just a to and fro,
Mm.
throw. So no, there's a lot of kind of, as they say, the pugilist art with the tactics and strategy, and obviously people make an adjustment. You have to adjust again in order to win, and that's what makes them elite operators. The
Yeah.
adaptability, the fact that they've got the engine to punch like that for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
It's terrific. It's terrific, really.
Absolutely. Like I've really liked Katie Taylor for a long time, and I didn't really know much about Amanda Serrano until she's kind of stepped into the ring with Katie, and now I've actually become an Amanda Serrano fan as well, and I like both of them a lot. They're both amazing fighters. Um, in the first one, like I just watched the highlights back again, and I was just like looking at the a few of the rounds. And it looked, I mean, I was actually surprised that Amanda did kind of wobble Katie quite a bit and kind of really
Mm,
near, like she caught
mm,
her, she nearly really had her, I think, even in the first one. But then
mm,
I think she slowed down later on, and obviously
mm.
Katie then did end up winning. In the second one, that cut on Amanda Serrano,
Oh,
oh my gosh. Yeah, like I couldn't even like look at it properly because it was just so kind of bad, wasn't it? Really deep. And there
Mm.
was a lot of complaints about Katie kind of headbutting and putting her head first and stuff. What do you take of that? Like what do you make of that in
Yeah,
that second
she's
fight?
deliberate. She's doing it deliberately. As much as she said, "Oh, it's clash of heads." No,
Hmm.
Kate was definitely headbutting because you can
Right.
tell she was leading with it. And then when they were coming to give an exchange, you see when they clinch,
Hmm.
they tell you to put your shoulder over the other boxer's shoulder, so it's harder to hit you in the head.
Yeah.
But she wasn't. She was leading with it. And I think
Right.
she's doing
Hmm.
that to unsettle Serrano so she wouldn't be letting off in close quarters. So
Hmm.
when you
Hmm.
fight in close quarters, they call it like in the pocket. So when
Yeah.
it's there, because she knows Serrano's ferocious and
Yeah.
much better at the power punching, she's trying to put her off and distract her.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
fair, the male boxers do that as well, catching you
Hmm.
sometimes. You know when they're forearming you off to
Mm.
parry and block, they catch people with their forearm and elbow, and then they're trying to hold your arm in the clinch where you can't throw your
Yeah.
punches to where you can get broken, and they show you how to step on the feet to disrupt their rhythm. Yeah, all these kind of little tricks. To be
Mm.
fair, you're training, so you would know. You would
Training, but
know.
I don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot of there's a lot of things that there's a lot of things that are kind of how can I say well, not semi-legal, but they're not allowed. But I've noticed once you're doing it in like the heat of combat and you pretend like it's not deliberate, it's very
Yeah.
unlikely that the referee with that kind of money and how many people watching online that will really pull you up for or dock your points over
Yeah.
those kind of cheating. To be fair,
I mean, to be honest, in all fairness, I've not actually even started sparring yet. So I'm doing a lot of training, but I'm training on pads. I'm not really fighting yet. So, and I'm not a fighter, so I don't think I'm going to get to that stage. Probably do some sparring, but nothing more than that. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I really feel like Amanda deserved to win the second one. I mean, I really, really feel like
no,
she
no, you've
deserved
got a
to
case
win
for it.
that second
It's
one.
not controversial. You're right. There's a
Yeah.
case for that because she did hit her again with more punches. That's the thing.
Mm.
You look at the punch stats. Usually, the one that lands the most punches wins. So it's true. It's controversial.
Yeah.
I just
So
had
I
it
mean,
because
if it
Taylor
had
Slicker.
been, if she had
Mhm.
won, it would have made this one like I feel a lot more exciting because it would have
Yeah,
been
of
1-1,
course.
and then you would have
Yeah,
been like, okay, so
yeah,
who's
the
going to be the
equalize.
overwinner?
Yeah, it'd be like the
Um,
decider.
yeah, but obviously we haven't got that. We've got Katie's 2-0 up, so we have to see what happens on Friday. What do you think in terms of predictions then? How do you think the third one's going to go?
To be fair, my instincts tell me Serrano. I
Me
think because of
too.
the controversy of the first two fights in terms of the result, even though she landed more
Mm,
punches. I've got a feeling that they might give it to her if it goes to decision.
yeah.
If it goes to decision, I don't see Taylor knocking her out. Where Serrano, I think if Serrano can get her combinations off early and make sure that she keeps her in front and it keeps the pressure on the front foot, she could actually stop Taylor. She could stop Taylor because see that last time when she was stunned and
Mm,
she stiffened up,
hmm.
she got too over emotional. She was throwing like, oh yes, I've got her.
Yeah.
I've got. Instead of they show you to be a sniper, once you got someone on the
Right.
ropes, in case they counter you or catch you off guard, they tell
Yeah.
you remain calm and composed and pick
Yeah.
your punches. But I think because of the crowd and the passion, she got away with it, and it ended up a bit like a street brawl.
Mm, hmm.
Thinking, oh, I've got her. I just one more, and she'll be out. But this is where
Yeah.
you got to be, pick your shots and be more precise. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
what happened with Joshua against the
Yeah.
Board. You see that fight where
Of
he
course I
turned
saw it. I
aside.
was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he hit him. He hit the Bois, and the Bois was stunned, and he backed up,
Yeah.
and he tried to throw an uppercut from too far away,
Mm,
and then the Bois
yeah.
punched with him and then caught him, and he was out. If he had just been more tactical and been a sniper and picked his shots, he could have turned that fight because the
Yeah.
Bois was you could saw it backed up as soon as he took that right hand and his head
Yeah.
turned, he was backing up into the ropes. And then he started to throw it in desperation, said, "Oh, I don't want it to be knocked down." And Joshua made a fundamental error, which I'm surprised because he's a world class operator, throwing an uppercut from that far away against a straight punch coming over. There's only one punch is going to connect first, and
Mm,
that's how he got stopped. So
yeah.
if Serrano does that, Taylor will pick her off because she's a slick operator.
Mm,
Technically, as a boxer, she's better than Serrano, but Serrano's got the heavier hands and the serious engine and very durable.
yeah.
And Taylor don't hit as hard. So that's why I think if Taylor does win, it'd be another points decision. I don't see ever stopping Serrano. No way.
All right. So in terms of if you were gonna throw it between Serrano stopping Katie Taylor or her winning on points, which one would you go with?
I say Taylor on points. Taylor on points because
Yeah.
Taylor's durable. As much as she doesn't hit as hard, I've seen her take some serious shots and she doesn't go down and she finds a way to survive. Her powers of recuperation is like almost like Tyson Fury's. She's
Hmm.
thin, and then it'll be a few seconds and she recomposes herself and she clears her
Hmm.
head, and it's
Yeah.
like nothing's not happened. Where other
Yeah.
people they start getting bambi legged, they panic,
Yeah.
and then they get hit with more shots and then it's the beginning of the end. But with her,
Mm.
she's so composed and so mentally tough. I can't see that happening unless Serrano hits her with three, four of them kind of shots on the spin.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think it's to be.
Sorry, I think it's
I glitched. That's all right. You can cut
yeah,
that.
it's a glitch. Um, yeah, wow. Okay, so are you saying Amanda Serrano on points then? Is that what you're saying?
Now my instinct tell me Serrano, but I think if because of the controversy, the other two, but I can easily see Katie beating on points because of the better boxing technical ability and
Okay.
being harder to hit. But I think
Okay.
because it's two to her. If it's a
Yeah.
controversial decision where it's close, I think the judges will give it to Serrano.
Okay.
Just to make it up for the controversies of the past fights.
Yeah. So you're saying Serrano on points. That's your
Yeah, yeah,
final
yeah.
decision,
Serrano,
yeah?
yeah, Serrano points. Yeah, Serrano points.
Yeah, I
Serrano.
think I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say it's Serrano on points. Although I love Katie Taylor, I want her to win, obviously, but I just feel like Amanda really, really did deserve it last time. And if she does put in the same work or better this time, I really think that it should go to Amanda Serrano. And I think it would go on
Yeah, I hope
points
so.
as well.
I hope so. She's gonna have to make
Um,
adaptations, though. She will have to make adaptations.
yeah, yeah,
She can't come out like
absolutely.
she did before.
Yeah,
Mm.
for sure. So this card is trying to break some records as well. Have you heard about what records they're trying to break
The
in this?
viewership was 50 million when it last time.
Oh, the
50 million
viewership. I don't
viewers.
know
Yeah,
actually.
I think on the
Oh, that was
yeah,
yeah,
50
you're
million was the
right.
viewing figures, weren't it?
Yeah, but it had
Yeah, yeah.
Mike Tyson on it, didn't it, last
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
So
Mike Tyson, Jake
so,
Paul, yeah, I
so
know. But
now,
to be fair, that wasn't the main event to me. The main event. That's why a lot of my friends were laughing.
I
They said, "Shaun,
agree.
how are you looking forward more to the Serrano Taylor fight?" 'Cause I said, "Did you
Yeah,
see the one before, the first one?
yeah,
That was the fight of the year.
exactly.
Ferocious." And they said the high energy for so many rounds, even though
Mm,
the rounds were shorter. I said, and there wasn't like, oh, I just got to get the decision and hope I get straight through. They were actually trying to
yeah,
win the belt. They wasn't
yeah,
saying, "No, I don't want to be embarrassed or
absolutely.
knocked out," like what
Yeah.
Fury and Jake Paul's one was like WWE wrestling. It's like pantomime. I couldn't believe it. Did you see the
Oh
clips, the
gosh.
shorts when they played it back about
No.
where Tyson ducked underneath and then
Oh, I
Jake
did
Paul
see
went in
one.
the left jab
Yes.
and he was open to the hook and
Yeah.
Tyson drew
Yeah.
the punch and Jake Paul flinched. See, pulling
Yeah.
punches.
Yeah.
They've done that
It was just a
to get
payday,
them
wasn't
punished.
it? It was a
Payday.
payday.
And I can't believe they think that they could get away with that people without realizing that it was like a pantomime event.
Yeah, it
Just
really
to get
was.
nostalgic people involved in like, if I was Tyson, I would never have agreed to that. I'd have said, yeah, yeah, I'll fight you for
I
that
mean,
money.
do we know how much he got for it though?
I heard varying figures. Some people
Right.
saying
So, I
up to
mean,
50
if they're going
million.
to put that amount of money in front of you and say, look, you don't really have to do much, wouldn't you go for it?
Yeah, 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 I will go for it. But I would say,
So-
after I've collected, remember, once you fight, you can't not give you the money. I would have gone in there to be, I'm going to try and win and upset this YouTuber. Yeah, just to make him know the
Yeah,
levels.
that would
Nah,
have been good. That would have been good.
yeah,
But you would have
you
had
see,
to sign a contract though. There would have been a contract that you can't knock him out, you can't do this, you can't do that.
well, we have to see the details. I'd have to look over it because I know there's usually loopholes. And obviously, he said, what happens? He ran into my fists. I tried to move out of the way and he got caught. You see what I mean? Yeah, yeah. It's sweet. And then the way Jake boasts about how, yes, I got Mike Tyson on my record to Piers Morgan the other day. Did you see? And I
Yeah,
was Piers Morgan. I said, "What are you talking about? That was a
exactly. Yeah.
theatre. That was a
Mm.
theatre act. Come on, you can't be serious. Fighting a man that
That's
is closer to
hilarious.
pensionable age than your
Exactly. Yeah,
age,
he's only 60
and then
years
you're
old,
boasting
man.
about, it, and then you couldn't even knock him out after you said you're going to put Tyson to sleep. Afterward, it's just to sell fights. You see?
Yeah, just self
Yeah,
fights.
yeah. So.
Crazy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many viewers we get on Friday. But they are saying that there's the most number of titles on the line across all the fights. I've seen varying numbers online. Some have said like 17 titles. Somewhere I read there was 21. But the most number of titles on the line across all the fights on the card is one
Yes.
of the yeah, and they're going to have the Guinness World Record people there to kind of check
To
in.
permit how many to world title. But how much did I thought Serrano held belts at seven different weights? That's what I've read. She holds belts at
Um,
seven different weights, and then
but they're
Katie's
not
got
they're not on the line though,
three.
right? So it's like
Yeah,
what's on the line?
yeah, because they're different weight classes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so
So
so I
what is
can't
it's
see.
the ones it's the belts that are on the line for all the fights. So if you add
Mm,
up all the belts that are on the line across all the fights that are happening that night,
mm.
there's the most number of belts
Oh, in terms of the
for one night.
undercard. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Of course, yeah.
using the undercard as well, right? So
Mm.
apparently it's like 17 or around that number. So that's one of the things. The second one is that this is the first all women's card in Madison Square Garden as well.
Yeah, it is.
So
I've read
again,
that
that's
as
that's
well.
another
Mm.
first that they're trying to break. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really great fight. I think there's several good fights as well on the undercard. Really excited for both of them to kind of get back in the ring and to see like who wins this third one. And also because they're both kind of coming to the age of retirement.
Mm.
So Katie Taylor, I think she's 39.
Mm.
And Amanda Serrano's like 36 or something like that. So
Yeah, Zana, yeah.
yeah, I would love to see Katie Taylor live though, so I really, really hope that she doesn't retire just yet and she does another couple of fights so I can try to make one of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
that's great.
isn't she's having a homecoming in Dublin, isn't she? So she might
Um,
get that.
I
Or
hope
would you think
so.
she'd do another
Yeah.
Riyadh season?
I don't know. I would love to see her on a Riyadh season card though. I would really
Okay.
like to. But yeah, I'm not sure whether she's going to be fighting out there, but I'm sure she'll find Dublin again before she retires.
Yeah, of course,
So
like a homecoming.
yeah,
And
yeah,
she'd have the big support.
yeah,
Yeah, there was.
absolutely.
Didn't she have already another fight in Ireland though? Who was it?
She
The
did.
British
She
fighter.
fought
Was it Harper?
Chantel Cameron.
Oh, Sancho Cameron,
Cameron.
that's it. She lost that
Yeah.
one, didn't she?
She
And then she
lost
won it
one,
back.
yeah, and then she
And
got
then
it
she won
back.
it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So yeah, I think that would be really great to see them on Friday. And then the day after, we've got all these other fights happening as well. So we've got like Hamza Shiraz fighting, Belanga, we've got Shakur
Malanga, that's
Stevenson
a good one.
fighting. So we've got like a weekend of like loads of fights.
Yeah, we worked
And
last night.
then next week, and then the week after that, then we've got the Usyk Dubois coming up on the
Yeah, no,
19th.
I know.
So like the next, like we've got loads of
It's stacked, stacked,
loads of
stacked.
fights.
But
Yeah,
isn't Alicia my
yeah,
favorite female
yeah,
boxer? Alicia
from
Vangada,
Gardner.
isn't she
Yeah,
fighting?
she's fighting on the undercard.
Yeah, she's fighting on the
And
card. Yeah.
Ramla Ali as well. So I really like
Ramla Ali, yeah.
Ramla. She's going to be fighting as well. Savannah Marshall, I think, is
She's
fighting,
fighting
isn't
on
she?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got like literally it's stacked
Yeah, it is.
on the 11th. So I think it'd be great to watch. But yeah, it's good to see that there's people following the women's boxing as well because it's still not really as popular as the men's, and there's some people that actually just don't watch it at all, I think. So
Yeah, no, you
it's
always get that.
yeah,
It's the same with any of the sports. Oh,
yeah,
with time and consistency, that would change.
mm,
Because
yeah,
look, we think about how it was when, say, Layla Ali, when she was boxing,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
white soccer mums. If it wasn't
Mm,
for her dad's name, she would never got paid like she did.
true.
I remember. Is it Wolf? Remember you remember the lady that knocked out? I forget what that tall fighter was. Tall. I've never seen such a tall female fighter.
No.
Virginia Woolf. I think she's the heaviest puncher of a woman ever. In that
Wow.
area, the purses were small. You have to have another job with it, unless you were
Yeah,
some
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
celebrity.
yeah,
So yeah, so it's trolled. Look, the last 15, 20 years it's transformed. And
yeah.
with the promotional material behind it now, and obviously Jake
Mm,
Paul's sponsoring a lot of female
hmm.
fights with his
Yeah,
YouTube. So that's
yeah,
how he keeps himself in the limelight. Because when people say, "Oh, I don't like him. He's arrogant. He's dismissive. He's obnoxious," he said, "Yeah, well, look,
mm,
I'm doing more for this equality than any of you do-gooders who and purists who like to criticize me."
yeah.
So to be fair, Jake Paul's been a
He,
breath of
fair
fresh
play
air for
to
that.
him. He is doing a lot for women's boxing and he's paying them well, so you can't knock him for that. Do you know what I mean? Like he's doing really, really well. And you're absolutely right. Like it's taken such a long time to get kind of women's boxing in the limelight. So we've had like women headlining now the
Mm.
cards, and I've got all women's cards happening as well. But just like I feel like Katie Taylor's life is going to be made into a movie if it hasn't already. It's going to be made into a movie
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
you know, when she started boxing, it was like illegal in Ireland for women to box.
Yeah, because
She
of
had to
the
pretend to be
politics.
a boy and like all of this
Mm.
stuff happening, you know. Jane Couch having to go and take them to court and all of that. So just to
Mm.
get, you know, women's boxing legal in the UK,
Mm.
and the fight sanctioned, it was, yeah, been through a lot. But the fact that we're here now is, I think, amazing that women can fight and can have this all women's card, which is really exciting to watch. So
Yeah, to be fair, that's
yeah,
that. I think that's by design. Is just to make sure, like you said, it ticks all the record book. So people say this is something you probably never see before or never see
yeah,
again, or it's the
yeah,
first of its kind. So that's the best way when you're promoting things, the events. It
mm,
makes it exclusive, an exclusive club.
yeah, yeah,
That's rarer than the
absolutely,
Olympics. So they've done a very good job in marketing like that to make sure it generates interest, and then obviously putting on
mm,
Netflix, making it free to air
yeah,
instead of having the zone or pay-per-view. It opens you up to a much bigger audience, and when people
it
see
does.
the level of them, their skill and ability,
Yes.
and it's a lot, so to be fair, a lot of the female fights are more exciting because they go hell for leather. Where
Mm,
some of the men fighters they're holding on, said, "I don't want to get knocked out, embarrassed. I don't want to be a highlight reel." Or
yeah.
I've got a bigger fight down the line for money, so let me don't look too because I might damage
Mm,
myself or lose opportunity further. You don't get that in the women's game, so
yeah.
that in itself as well will open them up to people that watch. Who I'm saying, oh, it's magnetic. This is terrific. So let's go and watch more of these, and I'll pay and watch that, and then the money will creep up, and it'll get bigger and bigger. So to be fair, it's
Yeah.
inevitable, really.
Yeah.
Especially now they've got certain men behind it with the promotional
Mhm.
side and the marketing, and said we're going to invest into it. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, it's been really great catching up with you today. And thank you so much for coming on. We both agree it's going to be an exciting fight, whatever happens. So yeah, we're looking forward to Friday. And thank you so much for coming. And we'll catch up again soon. Thank you
Yeah,
very
definitely.
much.
All right. Now take it easy. Have a good evening.
I'm just going to stop recording
Yeah,
and then I
yeah.
can